My question is directed to Mr. Pistole and Mr. Pavitt, and I want to return back from the more general to the very specific. On October 12, 2000, the United States warship, the Cole, was attacked, and 17 sailors were killed. Many more were wounded. Our staff has shown us that by late December 2001, there was compelling, multi-sourced information collected by our intelligence agencies, FBI and CIA, and then NSA and others, working cooperatively, which showed that Al-Qaeda was responsible for the Cole, late December 2000. Our government had previously warned the Taliban government in Afghanistan, which was harboring Al-Qaeda, that we would hold it responsible for any further attacks by Al-Qaeda, inasmuch as Al-Qaeda had repeatedly rejected our diplomatic efforts, which, as you know, were very wide-ranging and did not rest entirely on U.S. efforts, but through our friends' efforts as well. Presumably, that we would retaliate militarily against the Taliban for Al-Qaeda's actions because the Taliban was harboring Al-Qaeda. Now, yesterday, Attorney General Ashcroft was asked, I think by my friend Governor Thompson, why we did not retaliate in response for the Cole, given the information that we had. Attorney General Ashcroft said in words or substance that while it was clear that operatives of Al-Qaeda were responsible for the Cole attack, there was some issue regarding command and control within Al-Qaeda that did not, with some specificity, indicate that Osama bin Laden was responsible for ordering the Cole attack. Now, I'm very disturbed and confused by that answer. The Taliban was protecting Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda was a large organization, as we have heard by this time, in late 2000. Whether or not there was an issue about command and control, and these were some rogue Al-Qaeda, unbeknownst to bin Laden, who had operated in secrecy and planned and attacked the Cole. The information apparently was not presented by either the FBI or CIA to the President of the United States, either President Clinton, or if we were to understand what has been said so far, to President Bush. Now, how can that be?
Commissioner, my purpose in being here is to talk about the collection that we do in the clandestine service. We did collect intelligence on that. What we do with that intelligence is disseminate it the way we disseminate intelligence in what is called, as you know, I won't use the name, but as we disseminate intelligence, I won't use it publicly. And that's what we did. There was an analytic churn going on. There was a very high standard, but at the end of the day, the question that you ask is why something was not done is a question that I can't answer because it was a decision not in my control. It was a policy
Clearly,
decision.
you had come to rest by December, the end of December 2000, where it was unambiguous that Al-Qaeda was responsible for the Cole. We had taken the position that the Taliban should expel Al-Qaeda. If we had responded militarily in December or January or February, against the Taliban, perhaps they would have gotten a message, expel al-Qaeda.
Commissioner, in terms of what I can testify about today and what I'm here to testify about is
All
what
right,
I did, which is I produced intelligence and I did disseminate the intelligence,
Right.
such as it was. Some was good, some was not so good.
Let me ask Mr. Pistole.
Yes, Commissioner. I think the one point that I would make is the distinction between what the intelligence said in December of 2000 and the point that I think you're getting to in terms of the retaliation. Was there proof from a criminal justice perspective? And obviously that's different standards.
Did we need proof beyond a reasonable doubt to put in a court of law? Is that what you're saying?
That is
that what the Attorney General's saying?
I
That we
can't-
would not retaliate without proof beyond a reasonable doubt that Osama bin Laden ordered his operatives to attack the goal before we would deal with the Taliban?
I obviously can't speak on behalf of the Attorney General what his intent in his comment. The question that I thought you were directing as to what information, what evidence, if you will, did we have to prove that is the way that your question was framed. And clearly the intelligence indicated that bin Laden and others, Badawi, Kuso, others were involved in the coal. The question of retaliation is so far beyond my scope of my lane, if you will, that I can't address that.
But we have heard from both
This is the last
presidents.
question, Commissioner.
Okay, we have heard from both presidents a claim that neither the FBI nor the CIA came to rest and said that al-Qaeda was responsible. And if you're saying that the reason you didn't say that to the president is because you didn't have proof beyond a reasonable doubt, well, that's news.
Absolutely not, sir.